For this lesson, we're going to be looking at perfect squares and how to square a number. So when you think of a perfect square, you probably think of a four-sided shape in which all four sides are the same length. So in this case, the perfect square number is the area of the square. Okay, so if we look at this first square we have, all these sides are the same length. They're all 7 centimeters. So we want to find out what the area is of this square. Well, to find the area of a square, we just have to multiply one side by the other side. Or square one of the numbers. Okay, so basically we just multiply the number by itself. Okay, so this would be 7 times 7, which equals 49 centimeters squared. Would be your area. So your perfect square is 49. On this side, with the side length of 9 centimeters, and we still have a perfect square here, so this would be 9 centimeters as well. Our area would be 9 multiplied by 9, or multiply it by itself. You would get 81 centimeters squared. So your perfect square number is 81. So those are two examples. So to square the number, we multiply it by itself. And it's shown by this little exponent. It's called that 2. Okay, that shows that we have to multiply this 5 by itself. So it'd be 5 times 5, which is 25. Or if you looked at a square, the side lengths could be 5 and 5. The area would be 25. So that is the perfect square number. 25 is your perfect square. Okay, so another example here. Let's say I had 10 squared. Okay, that's how we say that number. So this would be 10 multiplied by 10, which equals 100. Right, that is the perfect square number, 100, because 10 times 10 equals 100. So, does 58 squared mean 58 times 2? This can be a common mistake made at times. So it does not actually mean that. 58 squared actually means 58 times 58. Okay, and whatever that number would be is your perfect square. All right, so you do not multiply it by 2 just because it has a little 2 for an exponent. That just means how many times it's going to be in the multiplication question. All right, the only time you multiply by 2 is if it was 2 squared. That would be 2 times 2 because that number is a 2, which would obviously equal 4. All right, so there's some examples of how to square a number and what it looks like on a perfect square. It's time to do some practice questions, but if you pause the video and get those done, here's a question that you could try that could be a little bit challenging.